Episode 4, Stress.
Where were you?
Out.
You were up again last night.
So were you.
Well, you woke me.
How could I? You were already up.
Well, I didn't get much sleep.
I didn't get any sleep.
Well, I had palpitations.
Well, I had palpitations, trembles and sweats.
I never had any of this before the election.
Is it my fault? You were the one who always encouraged me to go into politics. Now you're blaming me for your palpitations.
I didn't say I was blaming you, but it all adds up. The pressure. You know that TD down in Kerry had a heart attack?
Do you want me to drop out?
No, but it is affecting both of us. I think we need help.
I've got at least 15 strong bodies to do the canvassing for
Not
me.
that kind of help.
What?
Health.
I'm never out of the chemist. Look at all those pills in the cupboard.
I meant mental health.
You mean a shrink?
I went to see Dr. Strong last night. He's a psychotherapist.
Well, he didn't help you get to sleep, did he?
I didn't just go about myself. My main concern is you, getting you through this election.
I know I'm under stress, but a shrink?
He'd like to see you.
I'm sure he would. What does he charge?
He has other politicians as clients. You're not the only one finding out it's a bit too much stress.
I'm not finding it too much stress. I just can't sleep.
Ah, it's a classic sign. I'm getting Dr. Minford to send him my medical files.
Well, I'd say you'd need 2 large vans to transfer your medical files.
He thinks it's important. He doesn't just treat the mind in isolation. It's a whole integrated, holistic approach.
I'm in the middle of an election. I've no time to listen to the psychobabble of some holistic shrink.
I made you an appointment.
You what?
I'm serious. It's for your own good, Eamon. I was lucky getting it. 7 o'clock tonight, Fitzwilliam Square.
The palpitations, trembles and sweats follow your dreams.
Yes.
Can you remember what you dreamt about the last time you slept?
Yes.
Anything specific?
Oh, it's all specific.
About what?
Women. Females. They're all swirling around in my head. They won't give me any peace. McBride. She has the party seat. My mother, and you've met my mother, the power-mad woman who spends every second trying to control me. And these girlfriends.
Let's take these girlfriends.
Oh, take them.
In what way does their behaviour lend itself to increasing your stress levels?
Every way.
Can you be more precise?
Well, it's their exploitive natures I can't stand. I mean, I have an ageing mother with multiple health problems. I'm being persecuted by McBride, a jealous, frightened rival politician. But would you think my girlfriends would help? No. They see it as an opportunity.
In what way?
Well, on the surface, you might think that Dymphna was just helping me out, her family being stalwart party supporters. But that's totally ignoring her predatory streak. She sees me as weak, vulnerable, under attack. What does she do? Join in.
She attacks you.
She twists, manoeuvres, tries to take control.
Of what?
Me, my office, my life. She's trying to take over, tie me down, organise everything so that she can make all the decisions.
And you don't want that.
I hate it. I despise it.
Why don't you just tell her to go?
I can't.
Why?
Well, she does everything. My office, my constituents, funds, the party.
You need her?
Yeah, for some things.
For some things, she's absolutely essential.
Yes. It's the other unnecessary things that I don't want.
Like?
Well, I don't want her to control me. And Hillary's just the same.
Hillary. Do you associate Hillary with a rise in your stress levels?
Yes, most definitely.
What action does she take?
She keeps getting me to make promises.
Keeps getting you?
Yeah.
How?
You see, I like to keep things on an even keel. But Hillary, she wants to go up mountains, and me with her. She even had me hang gliding. And then she got me to promise to take her climbing and skiing up the Alps.
And you don't want that?
I get dizzy standing up on a sofa.
Well, why did you promise?
You don't know Hillary. A power-mad woman driven to achieve.
What?
Power.
What kind of power?
She doesn't care what kind of power, as long as she has it. As long as she can dictate to me what I'm to do.
But you don't have to.
No, I don't.
Then why do you do it?
Well, I find it difficult to say no to these power-driven women. I'm a piece of fluff being flagellated by these hurricanes.
It doesn't have to be that way. You can empower yourself.
How?
Say, no, I don't want to go.
Yeah, it's that easy. Oh, it's all very easy to say. But Hillary's a journalist in a major newspaper. I can't just say no to her.
Why not?
She could destroy me. She knows a lot about me, you know. Well, no, not that there's a lot to know, you know.
Yes, it seems to me that you have unresolved complexes with all of these women.
Have I?
You may not be fully aware of it, but your unconscious is trying to tell you something.
Is it?
Yes. You see, all the palpitations, sweats, trembling, this is your unconscious trying to speak to you.
Ah. What is it saying?
It's saying that you have unresolved complexes.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here.
But there's no guarantee that if we resolve these complexes, they won't be simply displaced by other complexes. For example, you haven't mentioned your father.
Well, my father never gives me any trouble. He's dead. All these women that have given me the complexes are alive. And every day they dump more and more stress. What will I do?
We must begin by lessening the stress.
Yes.
You must empower yourself to resist the demands of these women.
Yes?
At first, there may be a little more stress.
Yes.
But then, as your empowerment grows and their demands decrease, the stress will also decrease.
Yes. I've got it. It's all very clear, but now how exactly do I empower myself to resist their demands?
My secretary will book you in for a series of appointments. But the first lesson you will learn here today is a simple, forward answer.
To what?
To these women that are making the demands, that are giving you the unresolved complexes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What?
No, I will not.
Yes. No, I will not.
Your destiny, your life, your power, your will. No, I will not.
No, I will not. Oh, thank you, Doctor.
At the next meeting, we will examine the progress of your empowerment. Eamon, did you get my message?
Sorry, Proncius, I'm just so busy canvassing.
How's it going?
Well, the people of North Dublin like me, but before I get elected, I'm going to have to be well liked.
The boss is worried.
Is he?
He's been hearing things.
Things?
That you and McBride are not hitting it off.
Now, where did he ever get that idea from? I venerate that woman.
Yes.
Aren't the papers describing me as our human surplus? Why, we're almost Siamese twins.
He doesn't like the infighting.
I haven't laid eyes on the woman in months.
There's another point. A little more personal. The boss knows nothing about this. How are you feeling?
Feeling? Me? Great, why?
Elections can cause a lot of stress.
Who are you telling?
People out there don't realise. They just see a few posters and a lot of the whores don't even bother to vote. But we know what it's all about, don't we, Eamon?
If you can't stand the heat...
But you have to watch out. If you are feeling a bit of stress, you have to be careful. Especially about seeking help. Discretion is all. Oh, a few TDs have been exploited by some awful quacks.
Have they?
All sorts of mumbo-jumbo. If you had seen some of the wrecks I had to salvage, that's why I did a course of psychotherapy. Specialising in politicians having a few problems.
How's business?
I could keep 10 assistants in full employment. I'll be frank, Eamon. A little bird told me you've been to a shrink.
Well, your little bird got it wrong. It wasn't a shrink. It was one of your own, a psychotherapist.
Yes, but there's psychotherapists and psychotherapists. Now, all of this is your own business, except where it affects the party's interest.
I should hope so.
But if I can be of any personal assistance, feel free. There's no big fancy fees.
I don't really feel I need the services of two psychotherapists.
Is he a registered qualified psychotherapist?
I think so.
There's a lot of quacks without diplomas doing the rounds, with absolutely no experience of politicians under stress.
I think he's fully qualified.
You can check Mary McBride for my credentials.
McBride?
Remember that by-election after she had the triplets? On the verge of a nervous breakdown. I was called in. Haha, she won the seat, never looked back.
Mine wouldn't be that serious. Lack of sleep, a little bit of stress.
Your eyes.
What's wrong with me eyes?
Your blink rate is very high.
Is it?
I'm not pressurizing you, Eamon. Just remember, I'm here if you need me.
Okay.
Next Thursday evening, 8 o'clock.
For what?
The meeting with McBride.
Why?
The boss wants harmony. A bury the hatchet meeting.
Prunchius, I can assure the boss that I've never buried a hatchet in McBride's back, head, or any other part of her anatomy. And I regard even the suggestion of such a meeting as an insult to my integrity. It's as if my loyalty to the party is in question.
There's no question of your loyalty to the party.
An insult.
If you don't go to the meeting, the boss won't like it.
Look, I'm in the middle of an election. I've better things to do than tittle-tattle with McBride. Go to the meeting? No, I will not.
Well,
Well, what?
how did you find Dr. Strong? Do you feel better?
I felt better until his secretary asked me for €90.
I found him quite therapeutic.
Did you?
Like, I've always felt a little bit guilty now about your father. Dr. Strong cleared all that up.
I suppose he let you transfer it onto me.
In what way?
Making me... Oh, look, forget it. Anyway, he was no better than a few pints and morons and 10 times the cost.
You're making a mistake. You need more than one session. Did you book any more?
Yes.
I told you he would do you good. Did he unravel the source of your stress?
No. I unravelled it.
Ah, that's the way he works. He gets you to open up, unburden yourself, and you find yourself floating, and the stress lifts.
As your wallet lightens.
You spend several €100 on your card. What's €75 on the health of your mind?
There's nothing wrong with the health of my mind that a few people around me behaving a little more normally wouldn't cure.
What did he say was wrong?
What took place between me and Dr. Strong is strictly confidential. I never asked you about your sessions.
Oh, mine were all straightforward.
Were they?
He said I needed to get out more.
Did he?
He said being cooped up here wasn't doing me a lot of good.
Oh, well, would you like me to arrange one of those 6-month cruises to Alaska?
Aunt Agatha was on.
Was she?
She's had a bad turn.
Oh, how many bad turns does that make it this year? I didn't know she was up to using the phone.
And somebody does it for her.
Do they?
She says the weather's been very bad on Achill Island.
Well, now, does the weather really affect her? I mean, she's in a home, sitting there all the time.
But she has to look out at it.
Oh, does she?
And she doesn't like looking out at all at the bad weather. She prefers it when it's good.
Oh, that's good.
I told her you'd promised to take me for a drive down to see her.
Did you?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What?
We'll drive down tomorrow, bright and early.
Are you out of your mind?
They say the weather's going to be great.
I don't care what the weather's like. I'm up to me arse in an election. I'm visiting a psychotherapist for stress. And you're proposing a 400-mile round trip to Achill? What are you trying to do? Finish me off?
You promised.
What did I promise?
That you'd take me down.
I said maybe after the election.
Yeah, but that was before.
Before what?
Before her bad turn.
Bad turns? Your Aunt Agatha has 3 or 4 bad turns every week.
The latest one was really bad. The doctor was called in.
We're all calling doctors.
And then the priest. They wouldn't call the priest now unless it was really bad turn.
The whole idea is preposterous. The way you assume that I'm at your beck and call 24 hours a day.
Now, if it wasn't really a bad
If the turn was
turn,
really bad, why don't you get a Slattery's bus down? They run 2 buses a week to Achill.
I would, if it wasn't for the steps.
I'll help you up the steps.
And who's going to help me down at the other end in Achill?
The priest.
He'll be busy giving the sacraments to Aunt Agatha.
The doctor.
He'll be attending the sick.
Oh, but the bus driver.
Oh, God, it's at least 3/4 of a mile from the bus stop to the home, up a steep boreen of a road. Oh, I would. I'd love to be able to go up if it wasn't for me bad.
Dad, knees, hips, legs.
If we wait till after the election, she might be gone.
I don't care. I don't care if she's gone. I'm sick of being your messenger boy taxi driver. Under no circumstances am I driving you to Achill and back in the middle of an election.
It'll only take one day.
No, I will not.
I don't mean to be critical, but you do look under strain.
In what way?
Well, it's your expression.
Hilary, what's wrong with my expression?
You look ill at ease. You don't look like the Eamon O'Toole up on the billboards. The relaxed smile, the confidence.
How is this?
That looks forced. You see, your face, when it's relaxed, like it is now, looks strained.
I'm in the middle of an election.
Take Mary McBride. No matter where you see her, she always has the same expression.
Yeah, bovine. Oh, look, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, Hilary, but if I have to go round town sporting a mug like McBride's to win a seat, I'd prefer to lose me deposit.
Television loves her.
Why wouldn't it? Her relations run the place.
You're going to have to lighten up your image. Sparkle. Not so much of the statistics. A few jokes.
Oh, a comedian.
Actually, I heard about your visit
My what?
to the shrink.
Look, he's not a shrink. He's a psychotherapist.
Well,
Who told you?
nothing happens in this town without everybody knowing about it.
It was just a simple one-off visit connected with the obvious stress.
They're no good.
Who?
Those shrinks.
Yeah, well, I have to agree with you there, Hilary.
Do you know what you need?
What?
A complete break. Relaxation. Away from Dublin for a couple of days.
In the middle of an election?
2-day break up the Alps. A bit of climbing, some skiing. You won't know yourself.
What about hang gliding? Do you not think we could throw in a spot of hang gliding?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, Hilary, are you out of your mind? Heights terrify me. The prospect of skiing down the Alps would give me a nervous breakdown before I even got on a plane. And if you must know, this strained, frozen, stressed look you see on my face began the moment you hang glided me off that feckin' cliff up the Sugarloaf. I still have nightmares about it. Look at my hands.
Eamon, I can see this election stress is getting to you.
I would prefer to fight 20 elections than climbing and skiing up the Alps.
You only think that. Once you're up there, breathing in the cool, fresh air... There's only a couple of seats left, Eamon. We'll have to make up our minds quick if we're going to go.
No, I will not.
You're early.
I've a lot on today. What's this?
Mail.
Oh, there must be hundreds of letters.
I hadn't time. The phone's been busy. There's a lot of email and faxes.
How about financial donations?
I haven't had time, and there's a dozen constituents that need you to ring them.
Could you not ring them?
They want you, not me.
Oh, look, how many hours are you working here, Dimfna?
3, 4 a day. It's all I can spare from the library.
Yes.
Well,
Well, what?
are you not going to get started into all this work?
I'm thinking.
You're what?
I'm thinking about structures. The structures that enable the work to get done in this office.
There's the work. Why don't you just do it?
I'm thinking of making changes.
Where?
Here. To the structures.
Are you going to rearrange the furniture?
No. I can see that you're overworked, Dimfna. Phone, fax, email, printing. And the financial contributions are falling. Look, I think it's all getting a bit too much for you. I can see that you're suffering from stress.
Well,
I think that what you need is a little rest. A holiday. Away from all this clutter, this work.
what do you mean?
I'm going to bring in a professional political secretary. She's worked for several TDs. She tells me she'll have this office running like a Rolls Royce in 2 days flat. Wouldn't that be great for my campaign?
And where am I supposed to fit into this Rolls Royce?
You can have a rest.
Oh,
Take a holiday.
I see. So I've been slaving away all this time while you were a virtual political nobody. And now that it looks like you might be elected to Dail Éireann, you think you're going to install some super sec. And where's she from? Head office?
Actually, she's from Tipperary.
A culture!
We're a national party, Dimfna.
Head office is stuffed with these cultures willing to work 24 hours a day for any old political hack.
Anya Morrissey has impeccable credentials. She even did some holiday work for the minister.
What age is she?
20-something.
You try. You just try and install her here and I'll march straight over to head office. And if you think that Mary McBride has political pull, you haven't seen the Flahertys in action.
Are you threatening me, Dimphna?
Oh no, Eamon, I'm not threatening. I will actually ruin you.
What are you trying to get me to do?
You ring this Anya Morrissey, or whatever her name is, and tell her there's no vacancy.
It is a threat.
Now, immediately.
No, I will not. Every single one of them. No, I will not.
It's going to plan.
Oh, perfect.
We've established a state of total negation with each of the impediments to your empowerment.
Exactly.
They're redundant.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you don't want all of them to remain in a state of total redundancy.
Well, is it practical?
There may be a problem.
But they're crushed, absolutely crushed. I don't have to do anything with them. All I have to do is say, no, I will not.
You do want to become a TD?
Of course.
Then you're going to need backup, support from all of these sources.
I mean, give up everything? All the gains?
No, but you are in a position of strength.
Yes.
And you can afford to be a little generous.
Can I?
It's up to you.
But they've been walking on me for years. I don't want to be too generous.
But we can afford to give something.
What do you suggest? Hello?
Eamon,
Yeah?
about that thing we discussed the other night.
What thing?
I buried the hatchet meeting with Mary McBride.
Sorry, Princess, I couldn't find any hatchets. I could think of a few choice places to bury them in.
The boss is worried.
Is he?
He wants a happy ship.
Does he?
And it won't do any good to get up his nose.
No.
Well,
Oh, all right. Arrange the meeting.
good.
But I can't be there in person.
Oh,
I'm extremely busy, Princess, as you can imagine. So I'll be sending along a deputy to meet McBride.
I think she wants to meet you in person.
It's not on. It's just not possible.
You're sure you just can't?
Can't take it or leave it. My deputy will report back to me.
Okay. I'll arrange the meeting.
I'm looking forward to hearing McBride's views on hatchets and other utensils of war. What happened to my breakfast this morning?
Make your own.
Are we still sulking?
It isn't much I ever ask of you.
A 400-mile round trip in the middle of an election?
I wouldn't have asked you unless there was a crisis.
Yes, but this is an Aunt Agatha crisis.
She always sends you a present on your birthday.
The longest-running soap in the history of the state.
How could you? Mrs. Agnew couldn't believe it. Her Timmy gives her a 24-hour taxi service.
Well, did you not tell her that your Eamon gives you a 24-hour listening service?
You never listen.
What am I doing now?
You're pretending to listen. It's your father's streaking you. He always pretended to listen too.
You're going to be driven down to Achill.
When?
Tomorrow.
What time are we going?
We won't be going. One of my canvassers has agreed to do the trip.
Who?
Bill.
I'm not going with him.
Why?
He never says Anton.
The perfect travelling companion for you. A 400-mile captive audience.
I don't know why you have the likes of him canvassing for you. He can't talk to people.
All you need is a good long-distance listener.
His personal hygiene leaves a lot to be desired.
Does it?
You know when he's been in a room.
Roll down the window.
And you can't keep the window rolled down for 400 miles. Supposing it rains.
Sorry.
Sorry what?
It's your decision, Mother. Either you take Bill's offer or you don't.
You should be taking me.
I've gone as far as I can. I'm being generous. I'm sacrificing a full day's canvassing from one of my best men, and you're spurning my generosity?
What's more important to you? Me or getting elected to Dáil Éireann?
Bill will pick you up at 8 o'clock. Well?
Well, what?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
You're not your usual.
Sorry.
Is the stress getting to you?
We don't all have to go around with inane smiles on our faces. I'm not standing for an election.
Nor are you writing about it.
There are other things.
Look, is it that Alpine thing?
Well,
Maybe I was a little
I don't expect you to be an Edmund Hillary or anything.
insensitive.
It was only a suggestion. It was for your own good.
Let me make it up to you.
You throw everything back in my face.
I'm sorry. I was insensitive. But I do need a break. So How about one of those luxurious hotels down the west? Just the two of us.
The Mount Eagle do a special for climbers.
No, there should be no distractions. Total relaxation.
They have instructors.
I don't want instruction in anything. All I want is a walk, a little fishing, and gorgeous food and luxurious surroundings. Let's pamper ourselves for a couple of days. Well, are you on? You're early, Dimphna.
I'm often here at this time. You're never in early.
Well, I decided to come in and clear up a few things before...
Before what?
Well, I mean, it is piling up.
What?
The letters.
They're in the post.
All of them?
Yep.
What about the emails, faxes?
Sent.
But I thought... Aren't there some constituents?
They've been sorted.
Election donations.
My mother, father and sisters will be contacting party supporters.
Great! But this Morrissey girl from head office, what is there for her to do?
Nothing.
Nothing? But you said yourself, Dinton, you were slaving away at mountains of work. I had to find some way to relieve you.
There's no need to bring in outside help, especially from head office. They tend to send out snoopers.
Then you think that maybe there won't be any need for this Morrissey girl?
No.
Even if I take a break for a couple of days?
Where?
The West.
The two of us.
Well, now, we couldn't spare both of us. I mean, there would have to be someone here. No, this would be a quiet fishing trip with a few of the boys from Moran's. A complete break, a bit of relaxation to relieve the stress.
And what about my stress level?
Okay, I'll cancel it. I'll get the extra help.
No, I'm fine. I'll manage.
I know, I hate to be dumping all this work.
Don't be worrying about a thing. You just relax yourself and relieve all that stress.
Just a little higher.
There?
Oh, the tension just oozes away, Hilary.
Harder?
Yeah, a little. Oh, now, isn't this a lot better than hang gliding or climbing up cliffs? Oh, the middle of the back.
Here?
Oh, that's it. Harder.
Is that hard enough?
Oh, perfect.
More champagne?
Oh, please. Did you call reception?
They didn't know who it was.
Well, I never told anybody about this hotel, did you?
No, I didn't even know where you were taking me.
Oh, just around the shoulders. Oh, that's the one. The one thing I appreciate about your climbing. Strong, supple hands. Who's that?
Where?
There, the window.
What's he doing?
He's pointing something.
What's that flash?
Throw me a towel! It's a photographer! Eamon O'Toole speaking.
It's me,
Where are you?
Atul.
But where's Bill?
Ah, he's disappeared.
Where?
How would I know?
Did you say anything to him?
No.
Are you sure?
Now, what would I say to him? Sure, he never says anything.
People can be very sensitive.
About what?
Did you say anything about his personal hygiene? You did, didn't you? Oh, for God's sake. Look, Bill lives on his own. He's a bachelor. You can't expect fancy modern hygiene from the likes of Bill.
When are you coming to pick me up?
Did you read the tabloids this morning?
The what?
The tabloids.
Why?
We've a crisis. I can't pick you up.
And how am I going to get home?
Well, look, would you not like to stay down there in that home with Aunt Agatha for a little while?
Have you got rocks in the head? It started raining again. Cold, sleety rain. My chest is playing up. Can you not hear it in my voice?
Just stay where you are. Consolidate your position in the home. I'll be in touch.
Huh? Eamon, how am I going to...
Eamon,
Yes?
did you read the tabloids?
Not all of them, Princeus.
Let me give you a flavour. O'Toole holed up in love nest with blousy blonde. O'Toole happy and naked as a newborn babe. Claims love nest is a political think tank. Rumours about Eamon O'Toole's mental health are entirely unfounded. Unless a smug leer can pass as electoral dementia. Will I go on?
Look, what can I say about rubbish like that? A total and utter misrepresentation.
The boss is worried.
Utter rubbish!
He hates scandal.
What scandal? This is a total misrepresentation. I'm preparing a press release.
You can explain everything at the meeting.
What meeting?
Mary McBride.
I'm sending a deputy.
No.
But we agreed.
Eamon, it doesn't matter what you or I agree. If God doesn't like it,
The boss.
he wants you and McBride to meet. Tete-a-tete, cheek by jowl. Especially after the scandal.
Look, I can explain every...
Sure, we all make mistakes. We all slip.
But this wasn't even a slip.
Every politician has an Achilles heel.
But, you see, look, Prunchius, there was nothing remotely carnal in that massage. It was all treatment for stress.
Sure.
Bona fide health farm hotel.
Oh, sure, we could all be doing with a bit of that, Eamon. Let he who has to sin cast the first stone.
But I wasn't sinning.
McBride, 3 o'clock.
All right.
Well,
Look, they're sick, Dymphna, the whole pack of them.
you were in that hotel.
Look, it's not really a hotel. It's more a health farm with courses and treatments. Look, you're not going to believe that total and utter rubbishy misrepresentation.
What? The blousy blonde?
That's Dr. Strong. Now, how would you like it if you'd studied for years to be a psychotherapist and then the tabloids dish up stuff like that?
You told me you were going fishing.
Yes, that's right, of course. That hotel specialises in fishing holidays and anti-stress treatments. It's really a health farm. Look, the tabloids are trying to make out it's a sleazy joint.
Who took the photographs?
I don't know. The massage is all part of the treat. Look, you can see her hands pressing down on me vertebrae.
They don't give her a name.
Well, that's because they're afraid Dr. Strong will sue them. She's treated a lot of stressed-out politicians. Now, how do you think she feels being splashed all over those rags? Lucky you can't see her face.
What's she wearing?
It's kind of a black tunic.
See-through?
No, God, no, that's just the light.
Oh, I don't know.
Pardon?
Oh, sometimes I despair of you, Eamon. And what's the electorate going to think? Never mind head office.
Dymphna, I've only been following Dr. Strong's orders. Fishing, relaxation, a bit of massage. Look, you're not going to believe that rubbish. Do you think people really believe the tabloids?
Are you going to sue them?
Well, I'll certainly be consulting my solicitors. But look, the most important thing to me now is you. Your attitude. You're the anchor of the ship. I need you to guide me through the campaign. Without you, I'm lost.
Hello?
Dr. Strong here. Could I speak to Eamon O'Toole, please?
Sorry, I didn't get your name?
Dr. Strong.
Dr. Strong. Just 1 minute. Eamon, it's Dr. Strong. He would like to speak to you.
Peter Volbeck played Eamon, Pat Levy, Marge, Jennifer Redmond, Dymphna, Hilary Carl, Hilary, Luke Hayden, Ponchius and Dr. Strong. Produced by Michael Feeney and Martin Boylan. Written and directed by Martin Boylan.
Listen